egg business, and it's called Peyton's Egg Business.
Okay, where are we going, Peyton?
We're going down to the barn at the chicken house. It started when I was about in 3rd grade. I was about 8 years old, and I started off with 6 chickens. And then my aunt wanted to buy a dozen from me, and then I ended up getting more and more customers. And then I thought I would buy chickens specifically to sell eggs. And then I started off getting probably about less than a dozen a day, and now I get over probably 3 dozen a day. I have probably about 100 chickens now. An organic egg can keep up to a year, and it doesn't have to be, it's best if it's stored and refrigerated, but it can be kept in room temperature. And we feed our chickens scratch, and in the summer we feed them a lot of good things from the garden. When you buy them at the grocery store, they could be up to 3 months old. And these are fresh. They might be less than a week old if you get them. And they have twice the protein. Grocery store eggs might only have 8 grams, and ours is estimated to have 16 grams of protein. And if you look at them, which you might be able to do this later, is if you look at a store-bought egg, the yolk is lower than and it's yellower than the organic eggs, which is higher because of protein. And they're hormone-free. They are made to lay eggs, but they're not, we don't force them to lay their eggs.
Hello, I'm Perry. I'm Peyton's daddy, and she got into the chicken business roughly, 4 or 5 years ago with a few chickens, and then she wanted to start selling to the neighbors, and she wanted it to grow and wanted me to help her, so I help her a lot, and pretty much I help feed a lot because she ain't really strong enough to carry the water that it requires, and I go buy the feed for her, but she pays me back for it.
I am privileged to be Peyton's mom. Peyton is an awesome kid who is just a sponge for learning, and I am happy to be able to foster that learning through animals and nature, and living in the mountains is a wonderful thing and an awesome way to raise a child, and Peyton is just wonderful. Our roles are very different in supporting Peyton. We're both very supportive from the outside. I am a transportation worker, I suppose, and a fill-in worker if I need to gather eggs or lift something for Peyton or help her out in any way. But I will help her deliver eggs, and basically offered startup expenses with help, but don't do a lot of the care or purchasing feed. And I'll let Perry speak to what he does.
I go buy all the feed, and go about once every 2 weeks to buy feed. And Peyton goes to the barn with me, and then I help carry all the water and stuff, and I handle the chickens. Peyton's good at handling them, but she's afraid of the roosters, so I have to pretty much move the roosters around, and I'm the one that pretty much gets stuck with cleaning the stalls, cleaning the poop out of them. And
he's the dirty jobs. It's definitely fostering learning in her. It's fostering responsibility. It's fostering business principles on a mathematical level of simple accounting. But right now she's saving some dollars and has her own little account and ledger for paying her expenses.
I have a business ledger that I keep track of every person who buys and and what the date is and how many if they bought 1 dozen or how many they bought, and then how much money they gave me, and then it ends up adding up. And math skills really help me on that. And sometimes I might want to use a calculator because I might not feel like doing math at night, but the egg ledger really helps me. And math is my favorite subject. When I first started, well, I do business cards, but when I first started, I drew it out on a little just index card, and I drew it out with a crayon. And then it's gotten to where over the years I wanted a more professional business card, so I ended up doing one on the computer. So I've learned a lot of really cool things from 4-H, and I'm also in the poultry club. It teaches you really fun things about how to put a chicken to sleep, how to give it a bath and stuff, and just proper ways to do stuff.
You put his head on his wing. Rocket. That's a slate.
There's still growth opportunities that are there. Where this will take her, the opportunities are endless, actually. And we've always said that she can be what she wants to be, but we will foster and encourage that and be very supportive of her in this little business adventure that has grown tremendously.
It's not only do I have chickens, I have cats, dogs, I have some goats, a rabbit, and so yeah. I want to be a vet when I grow up, and I want to be a vet because I really love animals and I work really well with animals, so I would be a really good vet.
It's been good to have this as a little family opportunity, and we do things as a family, and it's just spending time together. It's just wholesome, quality time as a family, and each of us enjoy it and enjoy doing it together, and sort of find our own role within what is needed at the time.
Sounds good.
Chickens, it was in the goat lot, which doesn't have a top on it or anything, and Predators was getting our roosters and hens. So we had to go in there was a few left, so we had to go in there and get a rooster. So my mom and my dad had these sheets and tried to catch the rooster with them. And then we had a billy goat that was in the lot.
That we bottle fed from the baby.
Yeah. And so that my mom was standing on the rock with the sheet, getting ready for the goat to come over there.
The rooster.
Yeah, the rooster to come over there, and then
whenever I was trying to run the rooster around so she could drop the sheet onto it, Button, which was the billy goat's name, came behind her and knocked her right in the butt and knocked her clean off of that rock.
It wasn't a real pleasant experience, but funny.